and it's already a harder class. So it's like, why would they do that? Because they already have to take one of their discoveries just to allow the alchemists to use their potions on other people. It's like, how do you thematically explain that? Like,
And
I made this potion, but only I get to drink it.
they
Yeah,
have
that doesn't make any
conflicting
sense.
FAQs on like whether they have a caster level or not. So it's like,
Yeah, because there's a lot of spells and feature, or not spell. Well, there are spells and features and items that increase your caster level for the purpose of potency. Like if you ever look at false focus plus arc or plus alchemical spell reagents is just short of busted, and it's like, but technically you can't do that because you don't have a caster level, and it's like that's so stupid. So understand, I disagree with that, and I don't run it that way, and because I think it's really really dumb. I get their argument because it's supposed to be that you're alchemical, but if their spells worked in anti-magic zone, I'd agree with it, but they don't. So it's like, because if an alchemist could do their shit in pure anti-magic, I'd be all for it. But they can't. So
Right. Can't pick and choose.
Wait, this says I can only prepare 7.
right, so then you just leave them as like, don't. That's how many you're slotting. So you can change them down to 0. Because if you leave them at 0, because you know 10 spells, but when you give them how many you're slotting, like that's eating up your budget. You can only prepare 7.
I'm definitely having 5 Cure Light Wounds prepared.
I mean,
Not a bad call.
heals are good.
It's for me. I can't heal other people because for some reason nobody can sip out of my flask but me. But
Yeah, what is it? You're waiting for the investigator. Actually, the investigator. Did you get your investigator talent?
yeah, but I took something way cooler than being able to help other people.
Yeah, that's fair. I just want to make sure you got it.
I took
Eventually,
expanded inspiration, which also helps other people just in other ways.
and then you took precise shot for your fetus level or focus shot. One of those
Yeah,
two.
I took focus shot. Yeah.
Good call. Yeah, because don't forget there is you can get those discoveries with feats, but yeah, it's annoying. I know. I agree. That is one that I haven't house rolled away because it's like I get it. I don't like it, but I've already given them a pretty stern buff with the other one. I've understand I'm on the fence about it though. I might end up giving that as like a guaranteed discovery because I hate it. Because it's like, but right now I'll stand on it.
That's understandable. Like, and you know, it's fine. Whatever you decide, I'm not tripping about it. That's like, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's easy for me to basically give you a discovery back if I end up saying, "You take that for free. Feel free. You're now free of it."
Exactly. It's like you're good for it regardless. Like I know you're not just gonna like make me waste an inspiration or something like that, or a discovery.
I'm gonna turn on my stream and get the recap rolling. Oh,
Nice.
might help if I.
Then I will also go live.
Get my window capture up. Streamlabs. No, that's not the right one. Foundry. There we are.
Bless you.
That sounded painful.
It was.
I'm actually on my Logitech one again with my really nice headset, so I'm enjoying it. Oh.
Let's go.
It's not Pathfinder's one. What is this? What episode is this?
6.
Thank you, Deckle. You're lovely.
Isn't he though? We're gonna have Detect Undead be a spell that I learned since I've leveled up.
Detect undead. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I mean after fighting all those ghouls.
It only took 40 ghouls for it to be reasonable.
Remember when I was sitting there thinking that I thought Vanguard had channel until she came back the next section. I looked at her show. I was like, "Oh right, no, because I remember we had spoken about cleric and we talked about channel, but then she went a different route. And I was like, "Oh,
Oracle and not life oracle."
Hey, there's more than life or oracle for channeling. Also, hello everyone.
That's true. A couple others, but
I'm also beginning stream now. My God.
My God,
it's full of stars.
There's more. No, I love that video. I love the Team Fortress movies. Their like videos are great. Anyways, so hello everyone. Welcome to Strange Aeons, more horror, and I don't have music going. Where did my music go?
Right,
I
music.
need it.
I don't have my music either. Ah. Hello, strange and wonderful people.
Ready for more Cthulhu terribleness?
Cthulhu.
Oh shit! Stormy, thank you for the resub. This is a bribe to not TV chaos. You know what? Fair.
You never know.
Gabriel, welcome to the stream. I don't know why I dropped the soap.
Ah.
Why is Gabriel implying you're dropping
Add a
soap?
little
What?
rope to it.
He asked me why I dropped the soap. There's no implication at all. It's an outright question.
Well, you know, sometimes you just
The
gotta
enemy
drop that
knows your
soap.
location.
Gabriel, what does that mean? What is this message?
Is Gabriel just being like vaguely threatening? Is that what I'm hearing over there?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Gabriel
that's
asked me
typical.
why I dropped the soap, and then they just said the enemy knows my location. I don't.
The Duolingo owl is moving quickly to your location. What? It's just that owl from that 5 Nights at Flumpty's.
Oh, that you know, honestly, just for like a one-off night for your Site 67 stuff, you should just do like a Duolingo owl cryptid. Like,
That sounds amazing, actually. I need to do that now. It only kills you if you can't answer its question. What is the Spanish name for pizza? I don't know.
it's like a
El
riddle, but really
Pizza.
bad.
El Pizza just flies over and kills Stormy. I don't know if it actually is El Pizza. It might be.
Here, let's Google.
It's probably
English.
pizza.
It's horrifying because it's an owl, which means it has silent flight.
It's La Pizza, so you still got it wrong.
Yeah. Oh,
That means pizza is gendered.
Every word in Spanish is
is.
gendered.
and German. I don't know how they determine this, but you know, I like to imagine there's a committee, and I like to imagine this committee is very large.
Hello, Loopy.
All right.
Welcome to channel.
So, going right into recap, since we got most of our other stuff on the way, first of all, they leveled up at the end of the last session. There was a bit of excitement as the thing everyone knew was untrustworthy was suddenly untrustworthy. Who would have ever seen this coming? As it actually, and it wasn't tried to, it did bite the throat off of Vanguard, but luckily she survived the encounter. You also you met the Apostles in Orpiment, basically Apostles in Yellow. Maybe a reference to a certain other in yellow thing, finger in cheek. You also met the good doctor over there who told you where to go to defeat one of the Onirigens, this mist-shouting, rather violent man who seemed to be half here and half in another plane. And as you destroyed him, it seems like the mist dropped down heavily in thickness, hopefully giving you enough space to then go up there and then potentially see through what he said is otherwise a thick soup of the mist that will otherwise be up there, making it very difficult to traverse. Otherwise, he was asking for your help in basically removing the cult leader, since he's kind of whipping all of the people into a frenzy, and also it seems like his dreams seem to entail the Tattered Man. You learned more about the Tattered Man, that if he kills you in your dreams, he turns you into your true self. What this means for a lot of you is still odd, since you all very vividly remember him killing you, but you all seem fine. But
Seem.
you know, everyone here's been playing Baldur's Gate. You know, it's just a little wriggling behind your eye. It's fine. It's fine. You know, I'm sure it's not like that earbud you posted in the Discord. You know, that it's just. Thank you. It was cold on the floor. Oh. Anyways, so your time is yours. You are waking up rested. I suppose in this case we'll have Vanguard is just kind of resting up after nearly dying to her otherwise the dog she loves so much.
Vanguard's taking the day off for that reason, yes.
It's an understandable reason.
Grick is going to prepare his alchemical ingredients, aka he's going to fill up his flask.
Flask.
As you guys wake up, you do hear that there are chores and stuff to do, so those do assist you in endearing yourself if you wish to do those. One of them that is vital is the food one. I do know that Vanguard was going to be purifying food before we cooked it, so we'll assume that benefits on it, but otherwise you can leave it. Last
True.
time the best person for it was the Blood Rager, so if you want her to take care of it again, you can. Otherwise, one of you can charge on that one. Otherwise, they're the same as they ever were. Getting more firewood out of you guys brought a bunch of furniture over, so there's plenty of sourcing, just breaking it apart.
Yep. I can break apart some firewood. That'll be fine.
I was muted in Discord, but not on stream. What's up?
What's up?
Welcome. And here, I just thought you were a very quiet being.
No, I was talking.
Can I do a knowledge nature to help with firewood splitting?
That's more of a survival role. Knowledge nature is that's literally what survival is like entails. Is like making your campfires, being good at like harvesting wood, etc. I don't know how much knowledge nature would assist you in trees or in furniture.
Understandable. Can I at least make a strength-based survival roll?
How about knowledge engineering then?
I'm low knowledge engineering. That seems reasonable. If you
Yes.
treat it as an aid for Deckle, then yes, Deckle, you may do a strength-based survival roll. Fine.
I'll give you a nice 18.
Yeah, I would treat that as an aid. This is for... Ooh, nice roll, Deckle.
What are these checks for?
They are breaking apart some of that furniture you brought back, and to basically brain fart, to make firewood to keep everyone warm in here.
Yes,
Oh,
we're
The rain
okay.
is still very cold. And then we'll have Nyx with Noxus aiding. We'll assume that Vanguard is helping with the healing still, since it's not like she's inapt with that. And then
Oh, I've got a drinking game for you guys.
what's that?
Successful roll, take a drink. Upon failure, chug a glass.
Oh,
Jesus
goodness.
Christ.
We gonna die.
This isn't much aid today,
I-
but
So I roll very low in the foundry, just generally.
Well,
yeah,
I
the
forget
food is not
my
exactly
glass.
amazing today.
My glass is very small.
You know, with that in mind, would it be possible? Because I know we're in like an asylum and stuff, right?
Mhm.
Are there like, how edible are the rats around here? Like, how fat are these boys running around? I'm assuming there's rats and like other creatures. Are there like, are there creatures these people could eat that are running around?
You could probably go out and try to hunt for some, or maybe set up some snares. Maybe utilize some of the rotten food.
We're not
Okay.
really
Not re-
that bad on food. We had 11 days before we left yesterday,
Right.
and we brought
Right,
back
and
more.
you brought back a ton of food actually. So
Okay,
I would say-
cool.
yeah, it's technically rotten, but I know Vanguard was going to use purified food and water on it before we cooked it, so it'd be fine.
Yes.
So it's you basically have a bunch of casks of very nasty food, but when you pull it out and magically fix it, it's wonderful. So
it's
it's
just the
just-
cooking that's not going well.
yeah, I rolled a 5 for the aid roll, so it didn't get an 8 another, and then I rolled a 2, so she didn't really cook terribly great, but she
What
tried.
skill is cooking?
It's food.
Well, it's profession cook, which unless you took it, otherwise it's just wisdom.
So wisdom. Can I attempt it?
Yeah, you can
Not
attempt it.
sure. Why
It's not a
not?
one-time only. It just means that hers comes out and it's mainly just loopy soup.
No, it's like me as a person. I've never actually tried to cook something in Pathfinder, so whatever. He says just a wisdom check.
Yeah, profession is a wisdom-based one, so you're basically doing an untrained profession cook roll.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. Just straight up wisdom roll. Yeah. Okay. Wha. Ha ha.
So her batch comes out rather poorly, and she's looking at it. And honestly, you have enough food, you could probably just dump out hers. It's like because it's not going to actually satisfy or be healthy for anyone.
You just ratatouille'd that soup and fixed it. How about that?
And then you basically, using a bit more ingredients, yours comes out quite nice and makes everybody quite happy.
Nice.
Can I like sleight of hand to like replace hers with mine so that she thinks that she's the one that did it?
Sure, let's go for it. I
Okay.
kind of want Noxus to notice and for Nyx to not notice because that'd be cute. Because Nyx would be like, oh wow, I thought that tasted terrible.
Bit of a lower roll, but oh well. No, no, he didn't.
She
notice.
notices all.
Well, that's its own little level of endearing as the very large half orc lady kind of watches you do that and just you just hear the sigh like she knows like and then just lets it go on anyways. But Noxus is just chuckling as the little snake is laughing at the situation. Anyways, your time is yours after that point as you have completed your chores, which have kept everybody healthy and fed.
I'm gonna meet up with the group to discuss the crazy man with no brain that we had to take out yesterday.
You do hear Winter having a conversation with somebody outside of the sounds like coming from the direction of the wall. Sounds like not so much shouting but irritation out there.
Oh, wait, from where?
Coming from
in the
outside.
hall.
You would just hear it from outside. You wouldn't be able to get more direction than that.
Nothing.
Can I do a perception check to maybe hear what that might be about?
I mean, you could. I would say if you want to listen to it, you could just tell me you're just trying to listen to the conversation.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to gather the tea.
Yeah, same.
Let's listen in on this stuff.
We're
If you want, if whoever's listening, whoever's listening, if you want to move up to the edge of the door, you could easily be up there and listening.
Yeah, for sure. I'm here
Everybody's
for
just
tea.
crowding. Just like,
Oh
boom.
shit! Oh, and I also missed Gabriel. Nikki, thank you for the $60. Holy shit!
Yo.
Aw, thank you for the tip, Nikki.
Nikki, you are lovely. Thank you so much, and I'm so happy that you're here watching. Also in Utah for business, eh, Gabriel? Stormy, I didn't see your comment there. You've had 3 sessions this month where DMs have baited the party with puppies and dogs. Aww.
I could clarify, but I won't. I won't bog down the narrative. I'll type
Okay.
it in chat.
Fair enough. Put it in chat. And also, okay, Gabriel can do this one, but you know, in most of these ones, it's hard for me to do this. Ada? Oh, that was a bad. Ada. Better. Okay, but I will. Thank you for the posture check. I was kind of leaning down. Okay, so moving up to the edge. If you guys would like to peer around, or actually, I think that blocks vision for you, doesn't it? Does it? I forget if it does or not. But if you want to step out to basically like look out and see as far as voices, because you would recognize the a rather not pitiful, but definitely kind of argumentative voice, as it seems like Winter and the captain are arguing. As you, it wouldn't take much effort, especially for how intelligent and perceptive this is. But you'd recognize the voice of Eleni Skane. Seems like she's come back up here. It seems like she's trying to vie, and it doesn't seem like she's trying to sneak in. As you hear her voice as sinister as ever, it seems like she's being more defiant. Kind of anything they say, she's getting as like how best to describe it. Everyone knows somebody like this who like literally just counters every point with the most inane thing, and she's trying and just like, look, you let the others in, and there's no reason that you can't trust them too. Like, but you do anyway, so they're behaving nice. The other one, like, you mentioned the other the I don't remember the name you said. I know out of character, but she's but they could have done terrible things too, and you're letting them in. It seems like she's talking up a storm as Winter. You just hear the frustration in her voice.
Mm.
You hear the captain make a just the if you keep pushing for this, and I mean I'm glad you're not trying to sneak in again, because otherwise as you just hear like a sound of rattling equipment, it sounds like he's just probably tapping on his crossbow. But otherwise, but you keep pushing like this, and I might still dissuade you. And she's like, it seems like it's not going well out there, and that captain is definitely not a diplomatic sort.
Gotcha.
Who is this person again? Is this the crazy lady from the first session?
Yes, the crazy lady that was down there and stayed down there, and then you heard that she had tried to basically sneak in as one of the guards who was out. You got that they had assumed she killed him and then took his look, but her behavior stuck out to Patrick. And then Patrick pointed her out, and then she was caught and drug out. And then it turned out no, the guard was just patrolling the same hallway that you guys had cleared. Which indicated she was watching, probably watching from that same entry you took.
So, didn't she help us out?
She gave you intel. She didn't, I would say help, no, but she gave you quite a bit of intel, and she started acting nice, especially towards Deckel's character, because Deckel made a good impression on her. But she did try to fight a little, and then she tried to flee and got knocked out. And she did kill a guy in front of you. But you also determined that she is very, very much a driven, insane, like, patient. And then the doctor told you that she was very nice, and it seems that she's just, I mean, he saw her as another victim.
Is that lady that's just arguing out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to move your token out, and I won't count it as you actually being out, you can see her if you haven't seen it. You probably remind a couple of you. For those who have been here, Brothulu and Goblin, you actually haven't encountered her. So, but she was in lore, basically, like your character has. And so it's basically like when you first came out of the dream, she was the one there torturing the guy and then he kicked her into one of your cells so you could grab the key, and then she proceeded to kill him for kicking her. And so, but then when you defeated her and locked her up in a cell, Deckel's character managed to talk her down.
Oh, okay. I like her mask.
Fun fact, that's actually part of her flesh. She forms that out of, like, she's a doppelganger with... All the doppelgangers have a very extreme ability over their change shape. Seems very fast, and at first it seemed like they were healing, but it came out that they're not healing. They just all of them seem to be very keen on making their body look like it's undamaged, even at the cost of their health.
Which is wild.
There may be a reason behind that. At the same time, you heard some of it.
Sorry.
But yeah, it just seems like Winter's just trying to dissuade her from coming in, even though she seems to be, at the same time, being as polite as she can to her. Whereas the captain seems to be threatening her. And you can't actually see her, you can hear her voice. But from the way that the voice is sounding, especially if you peek your head around, it sounds like she's probably leaning against the barricade.
I'm gonna close the door.
Yeah. Feel free.
That lady's crazy.
I think Olgrim just very quietly just be like, ooh.
I for one hope she doesn't get in here. She'd probably be better suited for the encampment northeast of here.
Probably.
Oh, the cultists?
Yep.
Patrick comes over at the conversation. And just, what is Skane trying to get back in, she says?
Sounds like it, yes.
I suppose we should make sure we're keeping a head count and such. You guys do notice after all your chores that it seems like this encampment at least really likes Patrick, and even when you notice that she's a little more, not a ton crazy about her shape changing, but she seems to use it to help them in the open, and none of them seem to balk at her now.
I mean, Patrick's been like the one doppelganger that's been nice, right? Like
The whole
Right,
time.
from-
yeah.
ran into another one.
Yeah, what you know about Patrick, since I was also while you were away, was that she, and from her own admission, she was shouting warnings about a boss that she knew was there, and she was also shouting for help. And basically what it was she was a ghoul that then one of the other doppelgangers convinced her to do something that she started describing it, but one of you realized that doing it again or having them think about it when it's a mental change might re-trigger. So then you told her not to think about it, because like most of the doppelgangers have this rather, like, no matter who they were, because like Skane is a great example. She was supposed to be a rather nice person, but after the change, she's very clearly homicidal. And so it's like, at least at a controllable level, but at the same time, it's like, no, she's not safe. And so, whereas Patrick was broken free of it from extreme torture. So it's like, well, that's a cure, but Patrick, you literally found them, like, cut open and held open by mithril acupuncture needles, and, like, their organs held in, like, just near death. And so it's like, that'd be very difficult to do again. Possible, yes, but
I did take a level of vivisection. No, I'm kidding.
it does, but it basically implies that it's like, yeah, she's probably got, like, she's either a really good liar, or she's at this stage just, you've broken her back to a level of as close to sanity as she had. Because from what she explained is that she had a family and, like, basically, like, murdered them when some major tragedy occurred, and or not murdered the family, but murdered the guy who murdered her family. And so, and then she's like, well, it's not like I was going to do it again, but I do know I was a danger, because it's not like I just killed him and walked away. Like, I made him pay. And so it's like, so she knows she's unsafe, but it's not like she's going to relapse. And she doesn't look as monstrous as her icon looks. That's just how she looked when she was met. So
Now she looks like a cleric from town that she used to see.
Yep. Which is kind of a nunly looking kind of blonde woman, but I could make a new art for it, but
I mean, I like the terrifying face with the kind of nunnish.
oh yeah, I love that. I love that art. I love that art actually. I was so happy with it. Which I think Gear Dragon had suggested using him for that.
Good call, Gear Dragon would smash.
Hear that, Gear Dragon? Would smash.
Would smash.
Let's smash full send.
I mean, doppelganger means never a boring day, right? Anyways, but yeah, I know that's not supposed to be like. I mean, you guys obviously have had a great example of why you shouldn't necessarily pity things you shouldn't pity, in this campaign. So it's like, well, as bad as, and it seems like Winter is in a firm mindset of that, because she's well aware of what happened last night too. So it's like, she's just saying, she's from the argument you heard, Winter is like, we're not abandoning you. We just want you to stay out there for everyone's safety. Like, because hers is like basically like, if you did something in here, we'd have to do something about it permanently. So it's like, it's very clear it's just a shit situation. And so it's just,
Yeah.
obviously she'll probably get help if the asylum gets back to normal.
Yeah,
Hmm.
right. Speaking of which,
Let's go find a new doggo.
no more
Sure, I
dog.
could use some more breakfast.
Say again,
Don't worry,
Gummas?
Mm.
I said, sure, I could use some more breakfast.
All right. Everyone's like, oh, that's what he put in the food. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we're not
just-
keeping it.
You ate the Espero.
Why not, baby?
Yeah, like we can go find one. We're not keeping him. At least not alive.
Oh, I was talking about that thing that ate her
That we
neck.
killed, yeah.
I was joking that you put it in the food you made.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
for
extra
sure.
extra tasty.
It's just
Umami.
calamari.
It's just calamari mixed with
Yeah.
dog mixed with gator. It's fine.
It's just calamari, dude. You never had a calamari po' boy? Grow up. It's fine.
Low-key, it sounds pretty good, even mixed with the dog and the gator.
Yeah.
Your time is yours. You can go where you like.
Mhm.
Obviously, you're kind of limited to going north and going around still, unless you decide to do the dastardly with the door. Yeah. Or you can always take another path and look around at stuff you haven't looked at yet.
Just gonna look up an ability for Urban Ranger real fast. I don't remember what it does.
Personally, I think we should go looking for more people that are shooting yellow smoke out of their mouths. When we killed the one
Yeah.
dude, it seemed
Yeah.
to make things a
Yeah.
little bit better.
There were a couple in
Yeah.
the kitchen.
Would it
Those
Wait,
ones
we-
were different. Those ones were different. Those were the lower level because, like, what you knew was like there were some that were putting out purplish and bluish color, and then
Oh.
it seems like there are higher level. And the doctor explained that those are the baseline cultists who are getting close to that. The ones who are do it for longer uninterrupted turn into what are called onirigens, which, from what you realize, is it actually is their body becomes half on this plane, and the organs are likely suspended somewhere in the dimension of dreams, which is why they died so quickly once they were knocked unconscious. Because their
Yeah.
organs, basically, at that point, probably just dropped into the dirt.
right?
A lot of questions about that.
So I have a question. Would it be possible, based on the information and stuff that we got from the one that we killed, that I would be able to find some means of, like, I don't know, finding a way to track it in the asylum, especially considering it's the favorite community now?
I would definitely say survival science might be able to assist you with that. But probably looking, I would say that would require going outside into one of the courtyards, and then looking, which would require going into the blood rain, which you guys don't know if that does anything. I know that you guys have been creeped out by it though. But if you were able to look outside, you could see where it's piping in from. You know what I mean? Like, because it's obviously just going out and up into the mist and then joining with what's clouding you in. And so if you could probably track it that way, and I would definitely say that would probably be because like whenever you're doing a tracking roll, you're doing a required, like, how are you tracking it? Through the dirt, through the air. And so I
Right.
think that's what you'd want to be able to see a good distance.
Kind of like plume of smoke, so to speak, like coming from wherever
Right.
it's sourcing.
Because like otherwise, I would limit your tracking ability to something that's only in the door that you're in your realm of seeing, because you're not going to see tracks of them, because unless they didn't walk over here, you know what I mean?
Right.
But so if you went out to one of the courtyards, I'd definitely give you that roll, and you could probably get a direction. Because yeah, the doctor thought that all the other ones were upstairs with him, but common sense says you think could be around the asylum. Like, in destroying more of them before you go up there, it sounds like it'll make the fight way easier. Because the way he described it is very, very thick smoke, and it means that you'll, in game terms, that if it is that way, you'll be fighting in basically 50% mischance and a lot of badness. Worse,
Yeah,
if they can see
other than
through
that,
it. If they can see through it and you can't, you'll get fucked.
I think I'm with Grick. If we could make our way outside, I might be able to find ourselves a trail if I could see where one is actually, spewing from.
Well, let's get us an umbrella or something, because I'm not about to get covered in my own blood while I'm out there. You guys saw that, right?
Mm,
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Patrick comes up to just give you a wish good luck, and otherwise going back to assist with the rest of the camp.
Can I grab just, like, I don't know, like a piece of something to, like, hold over me when I walk out there?
If you want to give me the better of a survival or an engineering, I'd say you could probably jury rig your own like umbrella kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll
Kinda
definitely give you an engineering check.
Can I assist?
Can't lose
Sure.
on that.
Okay.
Yes, engineering. Let's engineer together.
Hey.
I guess I can assist. I got a.
We're all engineers.
Not me. That was a survival check, baby. I guess I'm a redneck engineer.
Yeah, working between it, you guys could all probably jury rig like either some coverings or almost like because like a lot of the cloth isn't necessarily being used. There's plenty of it that's not soiled in a way that's utterly untoward, but not ideal for like sleeping in. That you could probably make some like ponchos and like coverings so that you're not gonna get something you can rip off without like costing yourselves your Rick Tracy hat.
Exactly. Thank you. My hat is dope as fuck. I'm not trying to get it covered in blood.
I even make like a tiny poncho for your familiar.
Oh, she'd be happy with it. She's like, excellent. I look stylish now.
You look amazing. I'm jealous.
I am.
Eventually we can get magic and we can turn you into a sea crate too, like temporarily, and then we can be styling together.
Maybe for a day, right? But I don't. We'll pin in that. We'll come back to it.
Pin in that. I like it. Yeah. Well, for later when there's not this, and she just kind of points her tail towards the window.
Anyways,
Be a curious day.
Crick's gonna walk out here.
Hey, we could all do it, Snake
right.
Day. Snake Day.
I'm for Snake Day.
Snake day instead of us having a spa day in session. Can we just have a snake day?
We could be a
Oh,
We're all
snake
just
no.
chilling at
Sunday.
snakes.
Crick's gonna look that snake directly in the eyes, and with the stone cold face that you have all become accustomed to, is going to look her directly in the eyes and say, "I look fabulous," and then just walk away.
But now imagine that yellow coat and hat on something like me.
Yes.
Also, as we're traveling outside of our camp, Cursive, I will be covering our tracks because urban ranger things.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna turn on a torch so I have a light source, because otherwise I can't see shit.
That's
Let me give you a light
fair.
source.
I always forget that you guys can't stay out here. It sucks.
Well,
I
usually we
can-
have Vanguard following us, and she has a halo, so it's like, so here we will give you 30 feet of bright and 30 feet of dim.
dude, I'm telling you, me and Trey out here, best friends on the same page. Dark vision up front. What's up?
There you go, Deku. You should be able to see now.
Hi.
Yeah. You guys can go around again. You see the doors are shut. They definitely have them, like they're watching them as they're still talking. Winter just gives you a bit of a nod, seeing that you guys are heading out.
How do we go around? Do we just literally use the side door?
just through this
Yep.
door, yeah.
Okay.
You basically go up through these. If you need help going through it, I know sometimes the wall's finicky.
It's big, yes, please.
Is she still standing here?
Toss me.
She's there. She's just leaning in. You see her, and she's just. You see that the door over there is also open. You see the door, and you see another door open right over here. That she's clear, and you can see she's covered in blood. That first makes you wonder that she killed somebody, but you realize that no, she came in through the outside. Which does suggest she came up through a different route than you did, because you guys came up through the boilers in this room, and so that suggests that somewhere out there may be another way up. But you did kind of know that, so
But this to my right is a courtyard, right?
correct.
Yeah, that's it. That's the spot.
I can't grab Stormy, so I can't. Oh, there, I got him. Okay, there we go.
Ah, thank you.
Anybody
Sorry,
know?
your token was right under one of my library tokens, so I was like, ah, shit. I could grab you.
I'm gonna note that if she's covered in blood right now, and it seems like she came from outside, then there's no clear physical effects versus doppelgangers.
Correct. And it also means that you have access to doppelganger blood, which is something you notice that she didn't bleed before. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, do I see it as her, like, not my species blood? on her?
Correct. If you look at somebody else's on them, like if she were to stand in it, like if the half orc were going, you'd get half orc, half drow blood. And so it's like, and it actually seems to be that blood. It's just not yours. It seems to be of your race, perfectly your race,
That's
but not yours.
Right.
Okay.
Well, let's see what it does to dwarves.
Well, you have an umbrella.
Yeah. It's your umbrella is still getting covered in blood, and you wouldn't be able to tell whether it's dwarf or not from a glance. But yeah, you see a courtyard here. As you peer around that edge, you see that up there is a rocky incline that looks like you could probably climb it and get in there. Let me see your view, because I believe I marked that so you could actually see through it too a little bit. Yeah. So you do see that there's basically a collapse over there. but it looks like you might be able to climb in and get into another section of the place. When you look in the room here, you do see that there is looks like a chute that they've been, as you realize, probably goes down to that body chute that you considered climbing up before.
Okay.
Does it go
Is there?
down as well?
Yeah.
The body chute only goes down,
Okay.
but
Is there like a high ground out here so I can get a good look around?
I would say probably over. I mean, any of the trees really. If you wanted to climb any of them, that'd be. Or are they covered in the blood? Actually, the trees would be covered in blood. They look just regular wet.
I was about to say, are they covered in sap?
Yeah, right.
No, it doesn't seem to affect the plants. That's an interesting theory, but looking at them, no, they seem to be just covered in water. And that's the thing is like the ground is covered in just regular water. It doesn't even look that yellow. Like the soil looks yellow, so the water down there looks yellow. But you realize the water coming off the trees looks actually pretty clear. Like, and it makes, but at the same time, like it's very much blood. Like it's not like you're pretty certain it's not an illusion. It smells like it has the consistency of blood. It is like you're fairly certain it's transmuting it into blood as it touches you, or touches your
This is
your.
this is
Okay,
when-
then
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say this is when somebody who thinks they're human walks outside and get covered in like blue.
You're a Samsaran.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the tallest tree and I'm gonna climb it.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you could take 20 doing so. And then if you want to give me a survival, I'll let you try to see if there's any of those things that you spot.
Man.
You do get a good view of the upper level as you see the wing that he's supposed to be in. As you can see it from this position and realize that, yeah, there's a pretty big section at the northeast corner of this place.
I'll
Uh,
turn to Grick and I'll be like, "Hey, do you think he forgot that I can fly?"
I'm just gonna look over and be like, no, I think he just wanted to climb a tree.
Understandable.
Oh, actually, I get a +2 to that because of Urban Ranger, and I'm in the asylum.
Yeah. Wouldn't you have a 3? Because rangers usually get their level to tracking rolls, too.
Oh yeah, you right. 21.
Rangers are... if there's ever a point where I'm going to play a fighter, I usually just play a ranger. Because, like, for me, rangers are just better fighters.
In Pathfinder? That's
Yeah. Yeah, because 5th Ed, definitely not the case. But, 5th Pathfinder, definitely. But, so... you actually see one fairly close by. I don't know if this is going to drag you into the dark, but I'm going to try it. You see one that, with your roll, you're fairly certain it's on this level, on the first level, and you see it right there. Like, not terribly far at all.
Like there's a bunch of smoke coming from there?
Yeah, it looks like that's very clearly, like, some yellow smoke is being generated there.
I'll call out to the party, and then could I specifically call out for... Could I specifically call out to ask Gronk to carry Grick up here so that he can jot it down in his notebook if he would like, so we don't lose the location?
Sure.
If they want to,
Uh,
I'm just proposing it as an idea. But otherwise, I'm just going to point out where it is and then make note of it.
Can you hold me and the umbrella? Grick's just looking at Gronk with like the, again, stone cold face, man. No emotion there.
Perceptions, please.
Receive.
Perception, where to go? Oi.
Wonderful rolls, team.
Oh, this is great. I love this.
Aha!
Oh no.
So I will adjust her to... as you guys are doing and talking and, like, writing down and all that, we'll have it that Nyx hears something and comes out to here, and then she goes to pull out a weapon and points at it. She's like, something's coming over the stone.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw my gun.
I'm going to stay in the tree and pull my bow.
I'm
Yeah.
going to start hovering.
Which tree am I in, just for
Light
the
show.
sake of
Pick one.
knowing where I'm at? And...
Pick one. Like, really, any of the larger ones, I'd say, are probably tall.
Okay.
So the middle
guess
one or
this,
the south one.
This one here. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll be there.
I'm hovering 10 above.
Okay, 10 above. No problem. I think there's a flying token, or a flying condition.
I'll say that he set me down under him, and I'm gonna step up
Negative.
right here.
Yeah, you guys all basically have half a round, basically a move action or a standard if you want. So you could ready your weapon and get set.
Yep.
You hear she points out that rocks are clattering over there. And sure enough, as the first one, which is going to be the initiator, is coming over. Oh, did you have something, Deckle?
I was just saying I'm getting my weapon out.
as the first one comes over and comes into view, I will get a picture and a description here for you. Give me a moment. You- You see a rather ugly looking thing as first. As you see this bulbous head, and it seems like there is just this pallid flesh with one overlarge arm, and then this rather hateful looking, kind of young face, as this thing definitely seems to look like some sort of abomination. They're deformed, humanoid, like they are the size of a gnome, but the thing of nightmares as far as where they actually came from. I'm actually not gonna. I'll leave the picture for you, and you can make your own judgments on what they might be. But
Test tube babies.
What? Where's this
Oh
picture?
no.
that's what you're seeing crawling out of this thing. It's coming over, and it's just coming out, and this one's the initiator. So we're gonna add them. Yeah, it's you.
Its head face is kind of
I like that his head face is like, yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
cute. Yeah.
And then
We're
once
now
it's your
in
turn
the
to
movie Akira.
Island all of you, add to combat, and you should be able to roll for initiative. We'll hit begin after they're all rolled.
Alright, I'll roll initiative then.
One of them is initiating. It's the one that I have there, so I'm going to move him to the top of the order. I'm just getting them all on there first.
I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to roll below a 5 for this entire session.
I'm sorry,
It
they're called
happens.
Pickled punks.
And they are called pickled punks.
Pickled punk is my band name.
Dude,
And
if you weren't
Goblin,
gonna
I still
say
need
it, I was
yours.
gonna. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm seeing how much I add for his ranger things. I apologize.
Oh, if you have any bonuses or anything?
I do. I just had to make sure it was a +2 because favorite community.
Yep.
Just want to make
So
sure
when
that that's all it
Yeah,
was.
when you push it, it'll ask for you to add more if you like. So.
Yes.
The Dill Punkles.
I'm really liking Pathfinder Rangers right now, man. Like, they're just like meta the class.
Oh, it's so great. And actually, the fun thing is, it looks like the one that is supposed to go first was second, so I just had to move. Basically knocks us down one. So the one that's initiating is going to be coming down, as it does get a bit of a charge down the thing as it's moving down. And let's see, it looks like there's. You were warned, so you're not flat-footed, but it will be able to charge. It's tiny size as it comes over, and then it kind of leaps up towards you, as it looks like it's getting set to try to grab. And
Mhm.
all right, so that will be a 17 total.
That will be.
Excuse me, 18.
Yeah, that'll beat my CMD.
Just your this is against your AC, hon.
Oh, I thought you said
If you're
grab.
trying- It's kind of thematically it's grabbing. You'll see if it hits. Suffice to say, they have one form of attack, and it's. Well,
Gotcha.
it's-
Yes,
you'll see.
it beats my AC.
So these ones have the attach feature, which means if they do manage to land their primary attack, they automatically attach. In this case, so they automatically succeed at a grapple. But in this case, the way you see it is it basically with a large, oversized arm, it grabs onto you and seems to grab so hard that it deals. Oh, that's a guaranteed one non-lethal. It's a D3 -4. I don't even need to roll that.
Hmm.
So it's one non-lethal. However, you see this really nasty kind of this unholy sort of like as its mouth seems to shape into what looks more like a lamprey, and it suddenly just latches on to your belly, and it just you feel it sucking, and it's like as it just and it seems like even some of your flesh seems to go up into it as if it's like just attaching.
Oh,
And
bad
it's-
suck, bad suck.
Yeah.
That's a horrifying description. Just grabs your stomach and gets to sucking.
All right. So I do need a fortitude save immediately from you, Deckel.
Sure.
Sounds like me after I finish this here bottle of sake.
I think just hearing this. That's
Oh,
Oh, no.
no.
I think that this is going to require channel points.
fair enough. Fair enough, Teckle. I would not want a natural one that either. That is.
Gross.
I'm gonna go get a snack really quick. I'm assuming I'm safe 10 feet up in the air.
Probably, yeah.
There we go. That was almost a 1 on my screen, and it made me upset.
Got you. Hero pointing to another one. Just God damn it. It happened to Cephas. There was one where it was an instant death thing, and then he rolled the one and it was going to be body destruction. He's like, oh, hero point for a reroll. One again. Ah! God says die. And, all right. So yes, you managed to resist. It's itchy, and it's unpleasant. It's very unpleasant. It's that feeling like, like inside where it should hurt, but your body doesn't hurt there. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, sorry. At the same time, you resist whatever it is that it was otherwise going to do there. But it is still attached to you. And then, yes, you are basically treated as grappled, but it itself is not considered grappling you.
Mm.
Its arm is still threatening. Yeah, gross. And there's other ones coming. Noxus is ready to attack Andrea and get to range of her, but it's her. So Noxus will actually get the first attack here. Yeah, she's going to come up with her scimitar and try to cut it off of you.
I'm back.
Which
Welcome
means
back.
Noxus is going to get her bite. You can open her. And she natural ones it. She's just like, I don't want to bite that thing, it's gross.
Ew, ew.
Honestly, I get it, though, Like, I wouldn't want to.
And scimitar. And, oh, I forgot demonic style. I forgot about that, because she's charging. So she charges, she gets another +1 on the attack roll, and then another 2 points of damage if she hits.
Hey, I get +2 to my initiative. I forgot.
Okay, let's see where you're at, and I'll see if you should be up by 6, 8. You should be up ahead of Stormy then, so I can move you right now. Also, you look damaged, Brotherly. You should have healed while you slept, so I'd say get your HP. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Thumbs up, buddy.
Thanks.
God damn it. That's with my charge bonuses and everything.
There's a reason why I prepared 5 Cure Light Wounds.
That's fair, dude. Alright. Damn. Alright, she misses. That is her. Ascob.
Yeah, we're gonna rapid shot this thing. For sure gonna
Okay.
rapid shot this thing. Fuck whatever this is. Let's see.
Get it.
I'm sorry. This is
Get it
my
off,
first
get it
time
off.
playing Pathfinder Ranger, and it is dope.
Is it a spider? Get
on.
off.
Initiative checks, knowledge, local perception. Okay, cool. So it's not 2 attack rolls. Got it. What's this rapid shot? Yeah, there we go. So attack roll 1 mod, hero. Sorry, I forgot they have like a thing for specifically rapid shot, which is nice.
What do you do with Blurp?
What did I do with it?
Yeah.
I disabled it during tabletop.
And yesterday, too.
Oh, I forgot it turned on yesterday. My bad.
Coward.
Okay, so I have to hit the full attack button, right, to get the first attack and the rapid shot, right?
I think so, yes.
Okay. 13 and 7. Unfortunate. Even if they hit fucking 1 damage. Okay, Foundry.
So, yeah, the first one hits. Second one, or I mean, the second one hits. The first one missed. But yeah, for 1 damage, let me apply that to him. Kind of just bounces off their fleshy body, and it's just ew.
You didn't add point blank to it, did you?
Oh, yeah, that's true. So
No, I
one
did
more
not.
damage.
I forgot I had that.
Oh, I tried to change it to 9 and change it. Chat probably all saw that. 99 HP. No.
But yeah, it's my whole turn.
All right. We got another pickled punk. This one's a bit further back.
What a
They don't seem to
punk.
going downhill, so they don't have to deal with the difficult terrain aspect. But I don't think they move terribly fast, and it's not charging because it didn't see any of you. So, yep, that one gets just there, and it is done moving.
Also, Deckle, thank you for the reset. I appreciate you.
Echo, you're up. You have a friend.
I do.
You're feeling a bit like a female anglerfish. It's like, oh, that's terrible.
Well, then I'm going to do what they do and fucking destroy him. Yes, I'm going to use my Brawler's Flurry and, just punch him with my abs.
With your abs?
Jesus.
Real hard at this dude.
You're doing the mosquito thing when they bite you in the arm and you flex it, and it's just that, aha!
That's a
Yeah, apparently if a mosquito's biting you and drinking out of your arm and you flex the muscle, they'll yeah.
Pop.
that's good to know. I'm gonna do that next time.
Works best if they're on your forearm on like the underside, apparently. I watched a guy do it. I've never been able to do it myself, though.
There's one.
Well, with the one, that one just pops and explodes in a massive surge of gooey pus. I need a fort save from you, Prothulu, Noxus, and Nyx.
Okay, fun times.
Fortitude save. Oh, shit.
It is really nasty, and this is a poison type effect.
It's a good thing we had those umbrellas.
This is a poison type effect. Oh, don't I have poison resistances?
You might.
I do. I've got poison resistance +2, so I'll just. add
Nox
a
gets to use mine, so I'll roll on that. Oh wow, Nox and me have the exact same.
Oh, hopefully it's
So-
okay.
Do I click on? Do I do this on situational bonus? Just do 2.
Yeah, you can do situational, yeah.
Okay. I'll take that.
Grick, it is so gross you're nauseated for a turn, which basically means you're going to be limited in how many actions you can take on that turn. As it's just nasty.
All right.
I mean, it really is. But that's about it. It just seems to be, as the moment this thing hits 0 hit points, it melts into just a sludge of pink sludge, as it just describes. Just,
Tasty.
and all that's left is a bite mark.
Okay. And I guess I don't need to make another attack.
Yeah, technically you could move if you want, but I don't know if you want to move closer to them without having another attack waiting.
Yeah, I think I'm good where I'm at.
Rathulu, you're up. So nauseated, I believe you're limited to only the move action. I think you.
You just can't attack, I think.
I can't attack.
Let me double check because I know one of them you get one of that's staggered. You get one or the other. Nauseated, you're limited to your movement action. Yeah, nauseated sucks, dude. I'm getting up its full description for you. Creature with the nauseated.
Concentrate or do anything else requiring attention.
Oh yeah, and you can only take a single move action per turn.
Okay.
It'll last until for one full round, and then it'll go away.
You know what? I'm gonna move. How about that?
Yeah, wherever you like.
I'm gonna move right there.
Form a line.
Gotcha.
End turn.
Stormy, 10 feet up in the air. You see another one, and you see another one's up there.
I know it's my turn. Go away.
Go away, or I
alright,
shall taunt you
I'm
a
gonna
second
use
time.
some fly speed. Here. Well, I guess I need to make some checks first to see if I can fly forward. My modest +10. I think
look at that.
I should do it. 5.
Yeah,
10,
you are kicking its butt.
15, 20, 25, and descend. I don't think descending 5
Does it-
feet.
It doesn't cost you if you're doing it as part of the movement.
Yeah.
No, you can descend up to if you're doing like I think it's up to half of it without even a check, and then it even gives you a bonus to the check while you're descending. It's easier to glide down.
Okay. And since I use movement speed, I can't full round attack But I can use all my natural attacks.
Yes, and you could do an aerobatic charge, which an aerobatic charge has no downside. Basically, you get the +2 accuracy when you don't lose any accuracy or any armor class.
For the first attack.
Correct. It would only on the first attack.
Yeah, that's a is that a fly check or acrobatics?
It's neither. It's just if you're flying and it's reasonable that you've already made the one check to do it. So at this point, it's just you opt to do it.
Well, we're
there are
going
some
in
things-
horns first.
The only reason you would ever not want to do it is if they're using a brace weapon, like a trident or something. Because if they do that, then
Okay.
they deal double damage when they hit you.
Okay.
You
So
basically charge into it at that stage.
we're going in horns first on this one. With a natural 1 to hit. Will that hit?
You did say you're rolling under a 5. That's a 1 out of 5 chance, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, and then I have -2s on these. I actually got these working, so boom.
Keep in mind only 1 attack though, because you moved this turn.
Oh, I only get 1. I don't get my other
Yeah,
natural
you only
attacks. Okay.
you only get 1 on any time that you move, even if it's no matter what the setup is, unless you have the pounce feature.
Unfortunate.
You have the
Okay.
pounce feature. That's what pounce is.
Okay, unfortunate. Okay.
And now we have more pickled punks. Such a great name. So I need to, let's see, and you came down 5 feet, so this one actually can. He's going to go up and try to jump and hit you. So he will charge down the rubble
Ooh.
with a 9. How's a 9 hit you?
A 9 will miss.
You think? Next one.
Just barely.
Just barely. Just barely. This one, moving 30 feet, is going to take him all of his action as he comes stumbling down and gets back up at the end of his move.
Is question, does jumping provoke opportunity?
No. Not from the way he did that one, because that was just him just jumping up and just kind of...
Oh,
reaching
oh
his hand
yeah.
at you.
Okay, because I was
If he
only
was
5
moving
feet above
away.
him.
Right, because you descended, so he basically just was... These things have the special trait that for attacks, they have a reach of 5 feet, because normally a tiny creature does not. They have to be in the square with you, or riding somebody who has reach.
Yeah, that's
So-
fair. That's fair. He wasn't
there-
actually jumping. Okay.
No, he was just thematically jumping.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so she is still on this one. Yeah, I'm just going to move up. Sensing that was kind of gross, we'll go with reach, and we'll switch over to the spike chain as I move up here. Because Noxus is just not going to have a turn here. And we will go with the spike chain at reach. Actually, heavy flail. Heavy flail sounds fun. No, that doesn't have reach. Yeah, spike chain at reach sounds good. Power attack. Charge again, so I get that nice +4, and then another +2 on the damage, because demonic style's amazing. It just means I gotta charge as much as possible. Yeah, and she hits the one right here and basically just pops him, which means I do need a fortitude save from you, Stormy. But
That
she
is
just-
fine.
She basically wraps it around him and then just basically just flences the thing.
12.
Ooh, let me double check that one. That might actually be
That's
nauseated.
pretty low.
Destroyed. 12. Nope,
I won't
that's
be
you're
adding
equal
no
to.
points.
Oh wait, no. Oh shoot! But with the house one, yeah, that is actually gonna be. Yeah, you are nauseated for a round.
Okay, that's fine.
And once your turn
I just
passes,
can't. Here. You know, I'll Google what that does.
Which oh yeah, and then you moved, so you no longer have nausea. So let me pull it off of you there. All right, Ascob.
Okay. Blah. What will you do, Exile? Let's see here. So, 35, 45, both well within range. What is point blank range?
Within 30 feet, you get a +1 accuracy and +1 damage to any ranged attack.
Within 30?
If you 5 foot forward or hopped off.
I'll
Oh, and you also climbed up too, so yours is a little higher than that too. So like you're more like 40 unless you jump down. Basically, if you guys want to know the go-to way they have the GMs calculate lateral distance is take the smaller of of either the height and the length and cut it in half and add it to the total distance.
What's the logistics of me jumping to the next tree?
That is an acrobatics check. You would need a 10 or higher.
To jump to this other tree right here?
Mhm.
10 or higher?
And I would say on a 5 or less, you'll just go lower. You'll basically be 5 feet off the ground instead of 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah, we'll do that. Wait, is that move action or is that standard?
Move.
Okay, we'll try it. Nat 20.
Natural.
Oh my.
Tarzan mode activated.
Yeah, sorry, for some reason I can't grab my... Is it this? Yes. Oh, I... Collides with at least one wall. Okay.
There's a tree. The tree has a collider, but I pulled you over to it.
I gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, so from here, with height, I should be... Am I within? Is that point
Yes,
blank?
because for height for a shot doesn't matter because that's higher ground, so you're good on that one.
Okay, cool.
Technically, you have a higher ground bonus whenever you're higher than the opponent,
Mhm.
by more than 5 feet. So, because then you basically have a shot because you're an easier shot.
Right. Okay, then I'm going to, thanks to my DM's wonderful, wonderful
It also
house
works in
rules,
melee.
I'm going to use Deadly Aim.
Do it.
So this is just so chat can read this if they want to. I use Deadly Aim. And then, let's see. I'm sorry, I don't play range characters very often. Point blank adds +1 to damage and +1 what?
Accuracy. So on the attack roll bonus and the damage roll bonus, add a 1.
Okay. But because I'm doing essentially range power attack, I would just break even on the attack roll bonus.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Dope. Then I have to choose my ammo type. Oh, it actually includes Deadly Aim. Okay, cool. And then single attack. I keep rolling low on these attacks.
Unfortunately, that one misses. It goes in the dirt.
Yeah, it says move standard. I don't really have
Actually,
a
no, they
spec-
charge. They charge with the higher ground bonus. Never mind, actually, because that one is the one that charged.
Oh, perfect.
So that's 6 damage to him.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're only 12s, and with that, that's 10, and you would have hit a 10 and an 11 with the higher ground. So, yeah, you are Gucci. They're not terribly hard to hit. It's almost as if they don't know what combat is. They just are very vicious. All
That's
right.
it for me.
Test tube babies.
Deckle.
Alrighty.
They're gross, ain't they?
They are gross, but let's go make some more gross splatters. Alright, I can... there we go.
You can, yeah.
Here,
Eh.
I'll get you. I see where you're going. It's because of the tree.
I know, I can go around the tree.
Yeah, you can.
And then I'm going to give this man a sledgehammer to the face.
Were you aiming for that one, or did you want to go for the one that came down and go a bit higher? Because they don't actually have reach for attacks of opportunity.
Oh, fair enough.
They're tiny creatures. They only have it for their attacks.
Yes, why won't you let me move? Here.
There's another blocker of that tree there. It's annoying. I have to basically help you guys through them.
Alright, yeah. Ash.
Oh!
Oh, that's why did it double roll?
I think you double rolled, yeah. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But that's okay. 21 damage. Yeah, that's Pop Goes the Weasel. Go ahead and give me a Fortitude save from you.
Yeah, more gross. What? What the frick happened here?
What happened? What?
Is there a modifier on me?
What do you mean?
My fortitude bonus is showing as plus 32.
I don't see it as that. I see a plus 5 or 8.
Should be plus 8.
I don't know, level 3 plus 32 checks out.
I'd say just hit it and see what it rolls. So if it rolls a 32, then something's different between us here.
Alright. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's rolling a plus 8. Your first one's a 27, so you're
I only
Gucci.
hit the button once and it's rolling 2 dice.
It's like advantage on everything.
I don't know
Hard to
what
tell ya.
happened.
What happened?
I'm gonna reload, but yes, alright.
Brathulu, you're up again.
Hey, am I still nauseated?
Nope, it's gone.
Well, that's awesome. That's 15, 20. Then that would be 30 right there. And then I guess I'll shoot this little dude right here.
Get him.
This guy.
He
Have
still
not
has the
been
minus
really
2 from
point
charging.
blank. Huh?
He still has the minus 20 from shooting, or from charging, so she hasn't had another turn yet. So
Oh, I forgot to select the ammo. Oh!
Oh.
Oh.
the inverse.
Right? The yin and the yang.
But he only has 5 hit
Oh,
points left,
and
so
I'll add 4 more damage for my intelligence modifier.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So 13 damage.
Yeah.
You can actually add that to the attack too. Oh, I guess it's best not to because you might not always have the time to aim when you're doing a full attack later. But in any case, yeah, this one pops, and that's going to be... Actually, I don't need another Fortitude save from Stormy because Stormy's going to be nauseated either way. So there's no... I do need one from Sal, but really that takes you out of combat, so I'm not too worried about it.
Haha.
He's nauseated for a total of 6 seconds.
And there you are, out of combat, as that last one pops into more sludge.
Blech.
Gross.
I'm glad that we made ponchos.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrifying.
Aye. It's the second messiest I've been inside of a ruin.
I'm shivering on top of this tree, throwing up.
Yeah, just that... Ugh.
Just perching.
I hop down out of this tree. What was the roll to collect arrows?
You roll basically a d10, and then on a 1 or a 2, it survived the shot, unless it's a durable arrow, in which hit points guaranteed.
Right.
And then to find it is a survival check normally, but if it's reasonable that it went like off in the woods. But in this case, you know exactly where it went.
Yeah,
It's usually like if
were
you shot a
shooting
lateral
down.
shot at somebody. Yeah, you were shooting down. It's very clear where it went. And then the GM is free to say that it wouldn't have survived if you shot into like lava or like a brick wall.
Right.
That's not what that didn't do what I wanted to do, but that's fine.
It split it on the ground, unfortunately.
They all gone.
Yeah, that's fine.
It happens at low levels. Luckily, arrows are pretty cheap. I had to actually tell players who I had one player who bought like 800 arrows, and I was like, the most I've ever fought in any campaign or shot in any campaign, and that was with my last archer before Leo, was 268
Right.
of non-magical arrows. Because eventually you're gonna have magical arrows, and then you're not shooting or cold iron or something,
Or a thing that just creates infinite arrows. Yeah.
That too. I mean, hell, there's a bandolier that literally duplicates any arrow you put in, including magical, and just gives you another one of it.
Super noted. I'll ask you about that later.
It is a high-level bandolier, just so you know, but yes, get it as soon as you can. It's amazing, because it's like, anything that's not poison gets duplicated. And then there is one that duplicates poison, but you're not supposed to be able to use them together. Where it's just whatever non-magical things are on the arrow get duplicated, which is good for when you have a very expensive poison. So you put
True.
it on one arrow, put it in there. I utilize... Yeah, dude. Yeah, and there's a lot of gunslinger ones. Look up dusters, bandoliers, things that you'd expect a cowboy to wear. There's a lot of them for gunslinger characters.
When I originally made this character, a bandolier was part of my loot list, but I had forgotten about it.
If you had bandolier on your equipment, I'd say you can have it, because that's reasonable. It's a reasonable piece of loot, as long as you have the gold to buy it right now.
It's only 5 SP, so I should.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I've got 9.
Because because Goblin was playing a martial character, and I told him if you have the money to have weapon cords, you can have weapon cords. That's fine.
Oh wait, I could have retconned those.
Yeah, I told you that when I said that one. I said the grip tape. I was more iffy on because I was like, I know we didn't talk about that. That's kind of more of a. So it's but there's a lot of other things you can definitely.
Oh,
modify
okay.
it.
Then I
don't have
will
weapon
definitely
cords.
retcon that I had weapon cords. Yeah, I've just been like, all right, as soon as we get to a shop, I'm gonna get weapon cords and grip tape.
I mean, honestly, weapon cords are literally supposed to be a strip of leather. They don't need to be masterwork, and they're like 1 silver a piece. And so
you
it's
just
like,
find some leather.
yeah, there's plenty of.
Yeah, I actually just made out of the
Leather.
poncho scraps.
It's like I'm not too worried about it.
Make
But-
some ghoul hide weapon cords.
Ooh.
Go ahead and give me another perception, kids.
I will, and this time
Another
I'm going
perception.
to add free motherfucking inspiration to it.
Oh,
Inspire.
I love high level investigators when you can add that to everything, just free extras. And then you get the one so that whenever you roll a max on your die, you get to roll another one. So good.
I told you I'm not rolling any higher than a 10 today.
Hey, you said 5.
Oh, I said 5? Oh, man.
You broke your. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
not
man,
rolling
I'm
any
already
higher
like-
than a 10 day.
Well, Nyx is kind of on a bit of a spotting roll, but it seems that actually Nox saw it too. They literally both looked at it. But between the two of them, Sal, you see a shadow of it, but they point to look at. We might have more. There's something up there still. As she points up towards the corner. Yeah, Brothulu, you spot it there, don't you? But you see a glimpse of it there, as it seems to be what looks like a little rat on 2 legs, but it seems to have the face of a human. But unlike the other ones where they seem to see that they were spotted and charged, this thing seems to look afraid and bolts. And then she just kind of lowers her spike chain hand and just like, great.
Looks like we've got a chase on our hands.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you want to, you could climb up there and give chase.
I'm gonna need more ammo here soon, I think.
Are we wanting to give chase?
I don't know.
I mean, we're heading that direction anyways, right? You said you saw a bunch of smoke coming from over there, so...
Cool. If that's the case, I would like to take point so I can actually get a track on this thing as well as trap find.
Go for it.
Yeah. We can't
Need
get
help
through
going up
here.
it?
Yeah.
Here, I'll start moving you guys up it, if you guys are going up it. It's a
Yeah,
difficult terrain.
I want to be right behind Asgob, because I also have track finding, and if he misses something, I want to pick up the slack.
You know, I apologize. I wasn't trying to step on your trap finding, actually.
Having
Not
two
realizing how much
wise-
overlap.
It's
I mean-
actually better for you to be in front of me, because you're going to be able to take a hit better, to be quite fucking frank. Like,
And also, eventually, like, there's a level that the investigator gets a passive percent, like the whole like "Am I dead yet?" thing. They get to do that naturally, and like I
Yes.
literally have to roll perception for them secretly. And if they ask before I do it, then they just get to roll twice. And so then it's like, and it's super good. And so,
So
it's
that
like, and
with stone cunning, we out here is the dream team. We're starting a PI agency after this campaign.
you guys can see as that guy's running because he would be vanishing as by the time you guys get up there into this room. He's not closing the door, but you do see more of those dire rats, and you see that there's another one that's standing on the table that jumps down and seems to move to the door and sees you and kind of looks more afraid and worried than aggressive as he slams the door shut. But seems like he's another one of those things. Knowledge local can assist you.
yeah, I'll do a knowledge check.
You realize that there are a couple like up by a door that also look to be watching, but seeing him do that, they slam another door over here. It seems like whatever these things are. Ogrim, you reckon? Or wait, yeah, that is. Ogrim, you recognize them as ratlings. They are basically a cross of basically dire rat and people. Not quite rat folk. That's about all I can really give you on them. They're generally kind of on the hostile side because they're generally hated and seen as disease carriers and not great. But they're basically magical beasts, slightly fayish.
Are they like attack you on sight, or are they just hostile enough to run away generally?
They're basically intelligent enough that it's more like asking that about our humans attack you on sight.
Yeah, fair
It's
enough.
like it. So it's kind of hard to really gauge that. But generally they're more on the chaotic side of things. I'd say that's probably fair to give, at least for that check. I'd give you more if you had a better one because they are considered fairly exotic. But let me get also my thing up here.
Goblin, where's your token?
Up on top of the rubble. I don't know where the ping. What is
Hold
ping
X.
again?
X, click.
Right there.
How do I not see you? That's weird.
I don't see you either. Come to think, the only person I see is Deckle.
Let me double check.
Elevation change, maybe.
Yeah, I was about to
Oh,
say-
here, I get it. Yeah, the elevation, and then here, I will just move this. I'm just gonna move you all and hold shift to get you all a little more visible.
There we go. I can see everybody now.
And we'll put you guys. You're not actually up this far. Don't worry about it. But I'm just putting you so you can see each other.
Gotcha.
Give me 1 second before people. Actually, let me just do that just so I can get my. Oh, why did it open in here? I wanted these in my
Let's
My
fuck
PDF.
us.
PDF opened in an area I didn't want it, so it's just a little more. Okay, so we're looking at 12. 12, okay. Well, my PDF doesn't open in the actual PDF reader and instead in the browser. I'm like, God damn it. because I have all the bookmarks and everything in my PDF browser, but apparently it's not wanting to boot right now. I'm not going to worry about it. You guys are doing other stuff. Okay. Okay, got it. So, I apologize for that. You guys are free to do what you like.
Okay. Which way did they go? Well, we're not actually here, right? They're across that.
You guys are effectively up here climbing up, and you saw, right as you guys got a view down this hallway, you saw the one chasing open this door. You saw someone slam this door too. So you saw the rat that you were chasing go into here, and you saw another one went up and actually close the door. You saw some dire rats in there as well.
Okay.
You were looking for meat.
Sorry, what? Oh.
Yeah, I was looking for meat. Yeah, I think I'll call out like what I saw to the party, and then what do we want to do? Do we want to investigate room by room, or want to pursue? What are we doing?
We might be able to get some information out of those rats.
Perhaps. If they don't just fight. Either way.
How about we try a diplomatic approach first, and if it goes bad, it goes bad.
I like that. I wanna approach the door that they closed, and if that's all right.
Yeah.
Anything happen as I approach it?
You can hear some hissing and scrabbling as you think those dire rats you saw are probably on the other side of it.
I think if it's okay, I'm actually also going to push up to right here.
Yeah, you were
So-
ahead of me.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I just put you up here for vision, guys. You guys can be in whatever marching order you want.
Yeah,
Cool.
I want to knock on the door and just be like, "Listen, we just want to talk to you guys."
Hello.
Housekeeping.
Let's keep being. Do you want to give me a diplomacy? We'll see how they like you.
Yeah, I'll do diplomacy for now.
No,
Bust out
Mr.
your
Superman in another
information.
house.
Hey.
Oh, good roll. We double check their thing. So half that 313 plus 317 plus. What you want, man flesh?
Oh, he talks.
Did he call me man flesh?
He did.
Oh my god. Kirk's gonna be like, "Hey, it's hobgoblin flesh to you. Hey, I want to know if you've seen any strange, like anybody blowing out a lot of yellow smoke."
We don't deal with them.
Well, we might be dealing with them. You happen to know where they're at?
Just kind of like exhales and, what's in it for the ratkin?
I'll throw a ration into the room.
You're gonna
that's
throw
pretty
a ration?
Like under the door, I assume, then, or something, or like.
Yeah, like just try to kick it under the door, I guess.
You hear some of the rats like go like it seems like the dire rats are scrabbling at some until you see the shadow of someone kind of pull some of them away and then picks it up. And you hear the voice of one that sounds like a different one just say, "It's food. Good. Do you have more?"
We might, depending on what you tell us.
No weapons.
Alright.
Nah, sorry. Can't abide by that. Weapons stay on us. We won't use them unless we have to.
I feel like that's another diplomacy. Then see if he'll take that.
Can I go for
Or
the
intimidate. Yeah, I'd say intimidate. Yeah, that's reasonable in this
Especially
case.
with the, unless we have to, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, there you go.
Excellent. Yeah, the one that's the other voice that sounds a little more just sounds a little quiet as he otherwise just fine. And then he seems to say, like, at first you wonder if he's saying to you as he says, "Stay ready," but you realize that he's probably the one's probably behind the other door as you would see as the one that shut the door opens it again. Yeah, this would actually be the dire rats in the front, so much but he moved to the front. So.
Hello.
Yes, you do see another one there. As you can see there, this one has a bit kind of a gaunt expression. Looks like he has actually looks like a scabbed over wound at the center of his head that looks like he survived something grievous. He also looks like he's blind in one eye from whatever that wound did, but otherwise seems to have the face of a man, but otherwise little rat ears and then claws, very furred. Then he seems to have what looks like quite a bit of leather, in a sort of poncho and a lot of bags. Looks like in the room they seem to have what looks like they're looting the place.
How kind of you to open the door. So we got business.
What is it you want to know?
We're looking for some more man flesh. Might be pouring out a lot of colored smoke from their mouths. These particular ones might be pouring out yellow smoke, and a lot of it constantly.
He actually peers his head out and points at the door right north of me. He's like, "One there, we locked it in." You see it, they looks like they wedged a crowbar in the door there. Literally at this door right here. There's a crowbar basically blocking it off.
Holy, can I keep that crowbar?
It's a lot
Crowbars are
than
useful.
I expected. Alright, if we happen to find
Very
some more
aggressive.
rations-
Very difficult. Took some of my kin.
Yeah, we'll have to put him down.
What about your kin? What did he do to him?
You get close, you fall asleep. You begin passing into that smoke. Consumes you. I don't know. It's weird. I am not from here, man flesh.
Right.
Doesn't seem like he recognizes a dwarf from a hobgoblin from a human. He just seems to call you man flesh. But-
yeah, no, it's fine.
But otherwise, he's just simply there was tremors. Ground broke. We knew upworlders had things, and they weren't using them once we saw how bad it was up here. So we came for. Then he gestures to the tables. Things. He seems to have a very fancy-looking cloak as well as a brooch on his neck. But you don't know if it's looted or just from his own because it looks like it's sized for him.
Mm-hmm.
Question. Have you found anything like this? And I'm gonna show him like the black powder bullets.
Like he kind of looks at it a bit and just see. There was a human, one that was helping us, but he fell to the one in there, and he seemed to know about those kinds. He ran out as well, but was saying that we need to find. There was a hidden armory. It was somewhere that direction, as he points towards the north.
Good to know.
He said it was important that they keep it from their. Some humans kept it from other humans. They were dangerous, and weapons weren't supposed to be here.
I'd imagine that's exactly where we need to go, Grig.
Especially if I want some more ammunition, yeah.
Have you seen the one in yellow? Tattered man.
Only in dreams.
Nightmares.
Yeah.
That's his
definitely
realm.
nightmares.
I'm very familiar with him.
How's,
Well, next.
I can get around this corner.
Oh.
Kind of
Let me
stuck.
drag you up.
Thank you.
How are you familiar with the man in the tattered man?
We are very good at evading him in dreams. We know what he does. We know where he is. We know. One of the others, like our kind, know where he was born.
Really? Where would that be exactly? Just around the bend?
There are many. And when a great old city of a great old terrible king fell by the name of Sarkoris, the Tattered Man was less monstrous then, but with the fall of them, there was a wandering. What it was a certain bloodline of human called Keled. That witch, known as the Briarstone Witch, learned of the Tatterman, and she brought him from Sarkorian to Golarion. Or Sarkoris. She stores him in the dimension of dreams. He serves those that serve the King in Yellow.
You said it. You said King in Yellow.
He did.
They didn't
He
say his real
sometimes goes
name.
by other names. The Everyall, your final dream. The Shred Man. He's been on Briarstone Isle for a long while. No one knows why he was here, and he lives in many people's dreams. He's a servant of a great old one. He seems to look over his shoulder as soon as he says that part, as if he's expecting somebody to be waiting there behind him. Once he's turned his malevolent eye upon a victim, he will be around you and follow you until he gets you.
Oh, that's annoying.
He transforms you if he kills you in the dreams. Some of the crazies in here seem to believe that it's some grand ascension. They fool themselves.
What do you think it is?
It depends on what your mind is. Those that wish to be something else often turn into the shapeshifters. If you think that you aren't what you belong as, and that you long to be something else. They don't have true power, you see. And those that hate and rue and want to consume, think that others have it better than them, become ghouls, things made to consume. Others that have tend to have more unique changes to monsters, nightmares, terribleness. Occasionally, it can do good. But that's not the Tattered Man's way. Still, even before their leader, he was always on Briarstone Isle for longer than I've been alive. And that leader only recently found him, from what I've heard in their whispers. It suggests that he's been lingering here for something else. And it's just leashed to that man. But he raises a finger. He is always leashed to someone. Destroy and kill the leash, and he'll drift further into the dreams away from you. Might buy you time.
Interesting.
Well, it sounds like we might have a very mutually beneficial relationship.
He kind of tilts ahead at you.
I'm sure you're pretty tired of running away from this tattered man. This King in Yellow, as he called him, yeah?
Tattered Man is not the King in Yellow.
No?
He serves him.
I see.
The Tattered Man is far, far beneath that king.
Well, regardless, pretty sure we're trying to get rid of both of them.
You can't kill the king, but you can delay his servant. Even if you were to face him in battle, you may be able to slay him. Someday he would likely come back to life. No one's been able to kill him. But cast him aside from his moor, and then destroy him so he falls back into dreams. You'll have to wait till someone else dreams up something as terrible as him.
Well, nobody has said anything about killing. I just don't want him around here anymore. It's hard to get a
Agreed.
good night's rest as it is.
It's nightmares. Almost constant nightmares, no matter how deep we dig. As you notice that there's a large crevice, as you realize that it probably goes not to the basement, but probably somewhere else. That seems to be in this room.
Can I
It's like
feel it?
Sorry, what?
Can I feel it with stone cutting?
At your range, I think stone cutting. What's stone cutting's range? I forget.
10 feet.
Yeah, so you're not quite close enough. If you want to get closer, because it's on the map, you can see where it is. Right there.
Oh, no, it's okay. I don't want to disturb the little men.
Question. Do you guys hate humans, or are you just afraid of them?
We just avoid them. There's no hate or fear. We can defend our own. Jaka! As he says that, you see that they spring open. It doesn't seem like they're actually attacking, but they kind of open the door, and you see more ratlings just standing there staring at you. Seems like they're not unwilling to fight.
How tall are these guys?
They're tiny size, so they're not tall at all.
Adorable.
It's like you're being threatened by little angry Ewoks.
Hey, you didn't see those little weird babies, did you?
We did. We avoided them.
Oh,
we
good,
didn't.
they weren't yours.
Look, I might know a place where you can get some nice, sweet dreams instead of having to deal with all these nightmares. If you help us out, we might be willing to tell you where that place is. But you'd be stored up with a bunch of humans. You guys would have to trust and respect each other. How does that sound?
We can deal with humans if humans deal with us. They're what they call him, the lawly, the orderly. Comment's weird. He just kind of mutters.
Can I sense motive?
Yeah.
I want to sense motive on him, just see if he's actually shooting straight, because I'd rather not bring a raid right to the front door.
That's a fair point.
Yep. I'll do a sense motive with him.
Oh, wait, do I get my bonus for sense motive? Hold on.
I do. I get to add my fucking D6. For free!
Can anyone roll a sense motive?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, you're part of the conversation.
Oh, that's a good roll. Mr. Gronk?
You also realize something interesting when he's pointing at that one they locked in there. That's Administrator Losandro's office, the one you've been looking for. The one that was said to be the Northeast that had the records potentially in it.
Fair.
Are these doors labeled?
They actually have.
Oh, they have like little like placards or something on the door?
They do. They seem to be all the doctor's offices. You notice that one of them here is Dr. Shawar's office.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which one are you saying? What about this one?
This one right here. I accidentally opened that door too. I don't see anything.
That one does. That one does not have. Or let me double check its number. I'll see if it. I don't think that one has a placard. But let me double check what it's. It might have a name on it. C14. That one. That one is the one that says. Oh, excuse me. This one's. I apologize. This one's Dr. Charwar's office. Lissandro's office is that one up there. So that's the one you're looking for.
So that's the one with the crowbar on it?
Yeah, the crowbar is on this one for sure.
Oh, okay.
Actually, wait. Let me double check this. Oh no, the crowbar is on the big one. I apologize. I just put I put something in the wrong spot. That's my bad.
Alright.
Okay, so this one has the crowbar on it.
Correct. It's on this side of it, so you can pull it out. So, and then the one here, I'll just get all of them written out for you. So that's Dr. Charwar, 11, 10. Because the other one you passed that you didn't go in was 11, and that one is it says the lounge. And then 10 is the one that says junior doctor's office. So the lounge, junior doctor's office, and then there seemed to be a meeting hall down that way that you saw trails. And that door here seemed to go to the same one. Not to lock it. That all seemed to be saying that was a conference room. But it seems like the punks came out of that one.
The conference.
But they'd be able to explain. And then this one here that you see open, this is clearly a library.
Mm-hmm.
We do like libraries around here.
But otherwise, yeah, you'd be able to explain that they haven't looted many of these rooms yet. They actually got held up because it's been too hostile with those little things, and then they'd put it as the lady spewing smoke.
Oh.
The orderly tried to get past her and ended up falling victim to her as well.
Oh, with their sense motive, did they seem to be...
Oh, yes, I apologize. I was so worried about the rooms. Olgrim, you're not certain of it, really. But otherwise, Sal, Grick, and Frederick, you sense that they definitely seem like they were probably, like, you get the feeling they probably would have been pretty hostile if you hadn't been, like, overly, like, diplomatic with them, but you sense that they're not likely to do that without reason.
Gotcha.
They're just reasonable little dudes.
Yeah, like,
I mean-
they seem to be beings of reason.
I mean, the funny thing is, I would say that Frederick, especially, you sense that they're probably little chaotic evil. They seem to be basically chaotic evil little bastards, but they seem to be very much like they do what they say. Like they follow their own ethics, but they don't seem to betray very much. They seem annoyed with the status quo, I guess is the best way to put it.
Sure.
They're little anarchists. I love them.
You know what? It's
Figures,
probably
figures.
best if we keep them away from the little utopia they have going over there. They
I
might
don't
not
know.
fall well within that order.
Hmm.
If they keep to themselves and leave them alone and just help out when needed, might be beneficial for both parties.
Noxus kind of looks like we could always maybe establish someplace nearer. I mean, honestly, this is still pretty near. The snake kind of points back that way, but as long as they're working together.
I just need some
This is
way
more of a
to.
beach-
Middle
Beachhead.
ground.
There's plenty of ground. Like,
You've seen the crazy shit running around here. Those humans could probably use as much help as they can
Right.
get.
I suppose it was more for the respite from dreams.
Yeah, that's well.
I think it could easily work so long as you actually found a way to make safe the area between the two groups. At worst case scenario, at best case scenario, they could actually coincide.
otherwise, maybe they could just sleep there.
Yeah.
Probably sleep right under him, honestly.
I have no idea.
Rick is gonna be like, look, we might have something that we can set up for you guys so that you can have, good rest for once. But it would require you getting along with humans and possibly helping them out in the time being. Think you could manage that?
Kind of looks back to the others, but like the ones in the library seem very. You can definitely look at their face, and they all look tired. And he does seem to look. He's like, I suppose if our sleep is protected and the tattered man can't find us, no more of ours would turn to some of them. Because it makes you realize that maybe some of the rat kennel or the ratlings also got turned into ghouls or doppelgangers.
Yes.
They seem willing to coincide, at least for survival's sake.
Hmm. Well,
Also, you said there was an armory north of here?
The orderly said so, but he never made it past. He also had a gun that he wanted more pellets for. He seems to kind of know that it was called a gun, but he doesn't know much about it.
Alright.
oh, let's get raided.
Yeah, Nikki
Yes.
just raided you.
Oh, Nikki, hello, Nikki the Tiefling, hello, Raiders, welcome to Pathfinder. We just came into some rattling.
The ratlings could probably make their own space, judging by the little tunnel that they dug.
That
There's-
tunnel, they'd be able to explain, came when the earthquake came. They didn't make it.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought they said, well, they dig, right? Like,
They do dig, but that tunnel, they'd explained that the crack, they followed it up this way. And then basically, they have been making it wider and looting as they can, but it takes some time. And they're just focusing on the
Sure.
Cool. I think it's fair to say that we can't necessarily make any promises, but we will speak to them whenever we get back to camp.
Yes. Also,
we'll see if we can arrange something for you since you've been so very helpful to Bress. And if you come across any more of these or this stuff, talking about the black powder and the bullets, or anything you might find similar in smell, go ahead and let me know. And I'll pay you handsomely for it.
To which they give a nod and excited to see that. But
I'll give them the rest of my rations, which is 5.
Hey, you're a nice
What were you
guy.
saying,
they seem
Declan?
excited for that. As you'd see as this one, as he introduces and holds up a hand towards. I mean, it's not that he's like sees Grick and any poor one, but definitely since you're helping out, he probably goes to offer his little hand to you and introduces himself as Ratch Mamby.
You think for a second I'm not going to shake his little hand? I'm gonna.
Definitely shaking Ratch Manby's hand.
Just a little guy.
He's a little man. Look at his little mischievous mitts. Gotta shake his little hand.
I also love the art I got for him, and just because like the whole like pre-shot like thing is just like, oh, I love how that looks.
like shaking
apologize.
Deadpool's little baby hand.
Rattling extraordinaire.
Yeah, so I'll put these guys in the courtyard to represent they're just kind of like probably in the vicinity out that way. This does mean that the other dire rats in the facility you realize are all just basically forces of these guys. Probably those Zoogs too. But as you realize that they're just scavengers. But yeah, at this point they're not going to be hostile. They would point out that they're aware of that door down there because they couldn't get through it either from their side, and it seems to. But otherwise, yeah, you have a way around it now, which you don't have to kill the door because they would point out that they know that door. Like basically, they know that the entry hall is down there.
I'm gonna take up 5 foot so I can look into the library, if that's alright.
Yeah, go for it. You could even walk around a bit. They would be able to point out that they're all in there. Like they keep it dark because they see in the dark perfectly. So
Oh,
But-
I mean, same for the most part, right?
yeah, so there's no in there of note. I will let that might stand out to you. It is a library.
Dark vision is so useful, dude. I've already seen the entirety of this library.
So skills based on what those skills are and what the thing does, and then you find secrets. You basically deal knowledge damage to the knowledge pool, and then it unlocks more and more stuff. Sometimes it costs you time, effort, or like in cases of these, it might actually, cause you mental damage. But in any case, though, you will basically be able to or redo checks on any subject that they might be holding that info on. Keep trying, because it's basically just you searching the knowledge pool. Unless you get a critical failure, in which point then your character thinks it's not there.
Cool. So this here. Let me,
Oh, I know what I
said
want to search.
You said religion and what else?
Local, religion, and history.
I apologize. I was talking to the chat. So what's happening? Are we investigating?
No.
The library.
I mean,
You want to do a research check?
Oh, okay.
We should try to find blueprints to the library.
Entrance to the building.
That should be in local. I mean, we could find.
Okay,
that,
this
maybe.
one does have the special trait that this one research check.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll some dice.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
also probably just safer for us to do it that way.
Let's annihilate the elder chores that exist here.
Yeah, you can pull out the crowbar. Sounds like a couple you want. You were told that there's probably still loot in these rooms, but otherwise,
Yeah.
if they're empty, you may want to loot the rooms.
Yeah.
Can I do perception check to see if they are empty?
Yeah, you can search the doors, but I mean,
Perception includes listening, right?
correct. You just tell me that you're listening at the door and not opening it, and then I know to
I will also attempt that if you don't mind.
report. Get back to where those rooms descriptors are, so I can go through each of them.
Here's,
Ranger,
20.
so cool.
13, 12, 11. Okay. Look at all those dice. And you're fairly certain it is dead silent in there.
Cool. I'd like to find a push for that.
Oh, opening up in there, you see that it looks like a typical physician's office. If it weren't for the preponderance of grotesque anatomical sketches, most depicting trauma or deformities of the head and brain. There's a sturdy display case that stands open and completely empty. You do see that the slime trail that looks like the same trail that went into the meeting room where those things came from. Looks like they came out of the tubes in here. As it looks like those pickled punks were in here. But
It's such a good name. I'm sorry. Like, I hate to keep derailing it. It's such a good name.
It really is.
there is a sizable desk. It might have stuff in it.
Would like to search the desk then.
Big
It
desk.
takes about 5 minutes to really look through all of it, but you do find notes that belong to one Dr. Arash Chawar that looks like they were pursuing new treatments for hydrocephalus. Many of the notes bear marginalia from the doctor's sister, Dr. Anya Chawar of Kathir. The sum of Arash's research is compiled in a worn, rust-colored notebook in his desk drawer, and anyone who examines it may give me a heal check.
I may as well. I have one brain can heal, so okay. Let me see it. Let me see if I get my +6 for heal. My +d6 on this.
I'm pretty good at heal.
I do. Okay, so plus 1d6. Nice.
Hey.
Very nice. So, as you read it and looking through it, you realize that this seems like a very revolutionary medicinal thing that this person was doing, and it looks like it'll definitely take probably some months to verify and be probably reviewed by some scholars. But if you can find someone who would pay for it by like a big medical facility in an actual like big city, you'd probably be paid handsomely for this journal, because this is definitely like, it looks like they may be able to actually combat it very effectively and basically combat a lot of SID in this world.
Yeah. What was? I'm sorry. Journal of what now?
This is basically a journal of basically hydrocephalus written by one Dr. Arash Chawar, which would probably be worth quite a bit of money to a medicinal institute. I would say common sense would tell you also that it is telling you that this person has, and someone who wrote in it, Dr. Anya Chawar of Kathir. So if you manage to find that person, they might pay even more. Because that sounds like that's the sister of what you assume is a dead doctor.
Am I
And it
missing
sounds like it's their life's work.
I've got one journal of hydrocephalus by Dr. Shawar.
Correct. You may want to mark that you may be able to find the sister of the brother who died here, because it's common. Well, I wouldn't say common sense, but it's very likely, I'd say, to your analytical mind, that the sister would probably pay handsomely for her brother's life's work, especially since she had a hand in it as well.
Oh, what happened to all my notes?
This happened last week too, didn't it?
Did you
Yeah,
press
but-
save? You have to press edit, and then after you finish typing, you have to press the save button.
Oh,
That's silly.
that is
Yeah.
silly. Actually, it should be just. Let me go to journals. This might actually help you. There's a journal tab. Let me just make you a journal, because those ones I think auto do it. If I go to create journal entry, and we'll just type in Tracy's notebook. Oh wow, there's a bunch I can turn to. I can turn to a slideshow, class pointers, person.